Welcome back to another episode of Land of the Lustrous. So in the previous episode, we ended on a huge cliffhanger, like a huge one. And you guys warned me, you guys did warn me that the cliffhangers are not going to be getting any better. So great, thank God. Oh my God, it's going to be a rough one, isn't it? So at the end of the previous episode, Phos died? No, I mean, she didn't die because theoretically speaking, they can die as long as you have enough pieces, you can reassemble them. But I wonder what happens to them. I wonder, like, if she just stays in the snail, what's gonna happen to her? Is her consciousness always gonna be there, just like without any memories? Is that even a consciousness there? If you have no memories, then are you still the same person? Probably not, right? Your memories make up who you are and stuff like that. So do you change? Like, do you even have a personality without any memories? Do you have a consciousness without any memories? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see all of those things. Maybe that's going to be relevant in the plot, or maybe it's not going to be relevant. Maybe that's just something to think about, but I guess we'll see all of those things. But it was really, like, unexpected the way that it ended, right? So, Phos, yeah, as I said, ended up getting swallowed by the huge snail and dissolved in there. But apart from that, we also saw some interesting talk with Diamond, who was talking about, you know, the difference between toughness and hardness, right? Where hardness, I'm trying to remember which one is which because they sound so similar to me. Toughness is how fast you break. Hardness is how, wait, no, toughness is scratch quality and like how much you get scratched, and hardness is how fast you get broke, like how fast you break. I don't remember. It's one or the other. I keep mixing them up. Either way, it's really interesting, the things that they were talking about, because Diamond said that she is very much, like, she's very tough, or what, on the most scale she's like 10, right, which is the max, but she can break very easily if a lot of force is applied on one specific area, right? So yeah, she can break pretty fast, but she is very resistant to any kind of scratches and stuff like that because she is at number 10 on most scales. So that's interesting. Apart from that, we got a little bit of backstory as well on the entire world. Not too much, nothing too detailed, just some basic stuff. They talked about how six meteors ended up landing on the Earth, and most of, if not all of life ended up going to the sea to survive, and then adapting there. And some of them died, and the animal waste, or I guess just every single organism that ended up dying flew to the bottom, and it slowly over time that waste got turned into gems that ended up becoming these gem people, right? So that's what we know about that. We don't really know anything about Lunarians yet, so that's gonna be interesting. And also we saw Bortz, right, which is another diamond who's not only tough but also hard. So yeah, basically an improved version of Diamond. And Diamond is obviously feeling very inferior towards Bortz, and also very jealous, envious, whatever you want to call it. So it's going to be really cool to see where this series is going to go, man. I'm so excited because what's going to happen with Phos now? There's no way they just kill off the main character. There's a part of me that thinks that maybe they could do it, but also I have a feeling they're not going to do it. I have a feeling that something's going to happen where Phos is going to end up being I don't know, somehow put together, but maybe without any kind of memories. I don't know how, though. Let's see it. Another thing that I just want to touch upon is I saw actually a surprising amount of people like asking if I'm planning on like reading the manga and stuff like that after this. So considering it's been, what, 8 years since this came out, and there's no second season on the horizon, I don't want to set any wrong expectations here, and I don't want to hype you guys up for like nothing, because it's going to be very much dependent on my own time, my own enjoyment, my own passion, and like obviously a lot of factors. So I am thinking about maybe just adding one time slot a week of just maybe reading manga for like maybe an hour or something. If that does happen, it's probably, you know what, I don't want to speculate too much about it. It's definitely going to be either Patreon exclusive, or maybe I'm going to make it so that I release like a supercut later down the line on YouTube as well. But I don't want to, as I said, I don't want to set the wrong expectations. It's very much reliant on so many different factors that I can't say definitively just yet if it's going to happen, if it's not going to happen. So I don't want to give out any promises. But I just want to, you know, answer the comments that I've been seeing. I don't want to keep you guys in the dark. So yeah, I am thinking about it. that's all I can say for right now. As I said, it's gonna depend on my schedule, my passion, my drive to do it. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, let's see where this story is gonna go. So, the last thing. The editing on YouTube is extremely strict when it comes to the audio for this series. I'm sorry about that. I know I tried editing it yesterday. Like I applied all of the filters that I added in the first episode. It did not accept it, and I had to re-edit it 2 more times and add even more filters. So the audio on YouTube is barely legible. The anime audio, right? So I'm sorry about that. There's nothing I can do about it. For my style of editing, that's the only way I can go about it. The only other way would be to like cut up the episode and like, you know, delete some portions of it, like how most other anime reaction channels do it. But for me, I don't like doing that because it takes a lot more time to edit that way, and also I want you guys to get basically the entire episode, even if the audio ends up being completely neutered because of it. So sorry about that. The audio is gonna be harsh, but yeah, that's the only way I can go about it. I don't know why this series is so extremely strict when it comes to that, but it's just the way it is. So yeah, anyways, that's enough rambling. I don't know why this series just makes me yap for so long in the intro. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's go into Land of the Lustrous, episode 3. Oh god, look at the eyes. Cinnabar. Yes, this is what we saw at the very end of the episode. What? What? Don't go into the opening. I don't need the opening. Honestly, it's a great opening. I don't need that. I need more story. Metamorphose? Who's metamorphosizing? What's with the knocking? Also, the audio is speaking. Wait, let me just... Whoa! What was that? Was that yeah, birds. Oh, birds. Sakura Ayana. Ayane Sakura's, I mean. Sakura. Wait. Ayane Sakura's voice is so good. When he gets back. How many pieces are left of Phos though? How many memories did she lose? You know what's interesting is because at the beginning in episode 1, they did talk about how that the concept of death just isn't like a concept to them, because obviously they can always be rebuilt and put back together. So it's interesting how they aren't even entertaining the thought of Phos just being gone forever or dead, if you will, because it just isn't. It just doesn't exist, right? It's a very interesting, like concept. Wait, is that Phos? Wait, was that showing the brain taking in the memories of Phos? No break for you. What? So all of the memories from Phos got dissolved and absorbed into the brain of the snail. But what's to say that this... Yeah, what's to say that this thing doesn't die if you put it together? Hmm. Is it hard to fix like Diamond's arm? Because everyone up until this point was pretty easy to fix. Okay, it's not that hard. Okay. The way they were talking about it, I thought that maybe it's harder than the other ones. I don't like that smile. That's a smile of a crazy scientist. Oh, this is giving me Made in Abyss flashbacks. It's Mitty and Nanachi. Now that you say it, I guess she did change herself completely, right? I mean, but it feels like it's more so happenstance than intentional. It's so interesting how calm they are about this, because the concept of that just doesn't exist. Hmm. I wonder if this thing absorbed every single bit of Phos's memories. It seemed like it did, right? And if that is the case, then she should have all of the memories here, because I was worried that maybe some of the memories got lost in the shell and stuff like that, but they didn't find any material from Phos left over. So I'm guessing this absorbed every single tad bit of Phos's memories and now is in here. Interesting. Thanks, Phos. What? That was a crazy scene. But I guess they never had to worry about, you know, eating or excreting anything. Mm. Interesting, because it feels like Diamond is more so here she goes. It seems like Diamond is more so what's the word? There's a word. Self, not imposing, but like it seems like she's projecting a bit of herself onto her and being like, are you happier this way? Do you not have to be jealous of anyone? Do you not have to pretend to be someone you're not and stuff like that? Because it seems like Diamond is the one doing that. It never, to me, it never seemed, I mean, Phos definitely was like jealous of some people because she wanted to be stronger, but she never seemed unhappy because of it, right? She seemed like she was genuinely just wanted to, she was more motivated than anything else, right? It's a diamond. Oh, it's the Lunarians. Native minerals, C. Yep. Moscow 10. It is diamond. Come on, Cinnabar. You can't just walk away now. Not after hearing her name. Born in the same year? They are born? Ha! Oh, it's the glove that she's wearing around the head. Born in the same year. Mm. Past 100 years. So they eat minerals. And they'll turn those minerals into shells. Oh my god, that's graphic. So when it ate Phosphophyllite, it turned part of her into a shell? Aww. She got affected a lot by the speech that Phos gave her. Oh, she's crying? Oh no, she's just shining. She's slick. Interesting. The interesting thing is how Diamond is changing. That's gorgeous animation. Wow. So what happens with the snail now? That's wild. Such a good VA. What do you mean? Okay, so that's so interesting. So I'm just trying to think what happened to the snail then, because I thought that the snail had like all of the memories of Phos and stuff like that, but it doesn't seem to be the case. It just seemed like it. Did it have all the memories of Phos? Because if it did, then it should still be the same. Nothing ever happened to the snail. But also, this Phos here should be also have all the memories of Phos, because it physically has the memories of Phos. So is there like gonna be a Phos inside the snail and a Phos inside the crystal? If that's the case, that would be very interesting. It reminds me of, has anyone played the game Soma? It reminds me of that. I'm not gonna spoil exactly what happens at the end, but it reminds me of the ending of that game. Interesting. So I do wonder which direction they're gonna go in. The most interesting thing that they said in this episode to me was, we were born in the same year. What does that mean? I mean, I guess they get created at some point, but I wonder how often that is. I guess by born, they just mean come into existence. They don't mean necessarily getting like actually born, like someone gave birth to them. I'm guessing they just mean they come into existence, maybe gain consciousness, if you will. So that's interesting. I don't know if we're supposed to look too deeply into that. Maybe it is legit just like, yeah, we came into existence on the exact same day. She said, or exact same year, sorry. She said that, like, she mentioned that she's been like, she's over 100 years old. Makes sense. They're probably very, very, very old, given they don't have a lifespan. So that's also an interesting concept. As I said, I really find it interesting how this, not disassociated, but how, what's the word? There's a word for it that I'm looking for, but how just worry-free everyone is. From, you know, just they never worry about anyone being in danger or anyone dying or anyone being in any kind of, in any kind of danger, because that just doesn't exist here, right? They can always be put back together. So that's interesting, but I don't know. I don't know where the story is gonna go. Honestly, I can't predict it. I'm trying to think where this is gonna go, but I really can't. Like with this ending here specifically, right? With Diamond, I find it interesting how much happier and more just genuinely upbeat she got the second she had like a purpose, that she felt like she was the one that's contributing to it, right? Where she felt like she was the one being useful and not boards, right? That I found really interesting, and really, really cool. Also, I really like how Cinnabar, just at the back of her head, she has the entire conversation just saved there, and it wouldn't leave her mind. But and she doesn't want to admit it, obviously, right? It's still very early on. She doesn't want to admit that Phos is the one who has a really, really, really like big chokehold on her right now. But yeah, it definitely feels like that conversation left a lasting impression on her. So that's gonna be interesting to see as well. Okay. Wow, I don't know where this is. As I said, I have no idea what the fuck is gonna happen in the next episode and what the entire ordeal with the snail is. I guess we'll see. I don't think I'm supposed to fully know it. I'm pretty sure this snail that they introduced to us is just a bunch of theories for us. And yeah, I don't think we're supposed to fully know exactly what's happening with the snail and like what the deal is with stuff like that. So I'm guessing it's gonna be explained in the next episode, maybe the episode after that, something like that. So yeah, I'm excited to find out all of those things. Is there anything else that I wanted to say? I feel like there is. And I'm forgetting about some stuff that I wanted to say. But either way, this was a great episode yet again. The mystery is getting more and more and more interesting, more and more not complicated, but I guess more fleshed out. So I'm excited to see where it's gonna lead us. So I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.